I think tech ethics is going to be the hottest topic ever. It's always been though, and I can see it, yeah, continuing to be one of the main things of focus going forward because it's like how ads used to be at one point in time, right? It kind of like given all the data and we became the reason that ads started growing. So I tend to see the same thing with AI because there's a lot of data being involved. So what's your take on how to maintain the ethics and transparency?
Yeah, no, this is a really important question. You're right. I do a lot of speaking on AI and ethics. And I think it's everyone's responsibility. Everyone working in the field, everyone who's being touched by AI to speak up. They have to speak up about their experiences. It is both there are like AI ethics boards that are created at companies, but you can't outsource the responsibility because a lot of times by the time they get involved, the technology's already been built. So it's really the people on the ground building, designing, like it has to be ethical by design from the get-go. And it's the responsibility of those kind of frontline engineers to surface problems if they come up. And how is it that you identify these problems? And the key is we need a
Mm.
diverse group of people working on it because if you're all coming from the same background, you will notice things that are different. I'll give some real life examples, but this is important to why you want to have people who can say, hey, this facial recognition technology does not work on my darker skin. You actually need
Mm.
someone to be able to say that. And, here's an example from the real world that's not AI related, but I remember when I was a young associate at a law firm, we were
Mm.
all given $1,000 a year to spend on business development. And I remember at one point, there was a kind of I'm not sure his role. I think he's kind of like an office manager, but he said to me, he's like, well, I see that you're spending your $1,000 on baby shower gifts. What do baby shower gifts have to do with business development? And I was actually really shocked. I'm like, well, I gave these baby shower gifts to women who are like really ambitious and smart and they're going back to work. So it's not like, but he could not fathom, like in his world, that did not fit into business development. He thought business development was like ball game tickets
Mm.
or, you know, nights out at the pub and getting beers, right? And no, baby shower gifts, these are actually business development. And like, it's true. Like today, these women are still like out there. They're like managing partners. They're deal makers, and that's an example where you have to educate along the way. So you have to, if you're like, if you are like the developer, you've only seen like one world, you need to bring outside input in. And there are a number of nonprofit organizations that are doing really great work in this space. And so if you don't have that diversity on your team, first, you should go get it. But second, you can also ask for input from places like the Partnership on AI is doing really great work.
Mm.
A lot of companies now have like fairness and AI groups that are doing interesting research. Um, so, give people a voice, seek out input, get yourself educated, have have AI ethics be, if you can find a business tie-in, like a reason, and there is, right? Like if you build it right, like find the profit tie-in for these things because that I think if you have everyone's incentives aligned to trying to build and design the most ethical products,
Mm.
then it will naturally come. But if the incentives are created by the leadership are not conducive to that, then it's harder,
Mm.
right, for those rank and file engineers to speak up. So yeah. So I think the bottom line again is everyone is responsible for the pipeline of AI technology as it's developed, deployed,
Mm.
and used.